Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had enough time to enjoy your coffee, visit the booths of Concentrix, NetSolution, and Telemach. We now move on into the world of customer experience, a world being reshaped every day by data, AI, and innovation. I'm already joined on stage by Mr. Graumnitz, Associate Director of Transformation and for the DACH region Innovation Lead at Concentrix. I must say in the past 2 days, Oliver is the energy bomb we got on stage, literally.
Thank you very
in
much.
the networking sessions, I can firmly say we had 2 energizers in these 2 days, Jacek and today you. We already had a glimpse of your presentation, and before you start, could you share possibly what the key takeaways will be today? What will you be talking about?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to give a little glimpse to the past, because it's important to understand what happens in the past and what changed for the customer right now and with the upcoming age of intelligence and AI. That's important. Then I thought it would make sense to not only talk about it, but to show it. And so I have a live demo planned, really live. I mean, that could go wrong, but we will see. And then the idea, what are the next big topics we need to talk about for the next 1 to 3 years? What are the main things we have to keep in mind?
Great. The stage is yours. Enjoy your keynote.
Thank you very much. So, good. So hello, everybody. So my name is Oliver. I'm working for Concentrix as DACH Innovation Lead, and I hope you had a good coffee break. So my job is now to be more energized after the break and talk about the next chapter of customer experience, transformation, and beyond. And I would like to start my keynote with a small story from last week, because I was on vacation with my family on the Isle of Rügen, and we visited an old military navy bunker in Germany. And my daughter walked around the bunker, and she came around the corner and saw something. And she asked me, "Dad, what's that?" And she saw exactly this. Maybe you remember, maybe someone of you already used it by yourself in the past. And she tried it out. She tried to dial it. She played with it. And then she quickly found out it's boring. There's no YouTube Kids on it, and I can't touch it. It's boring. I don't want it. Okay. The fun thing is about that, how technology is shaping generations and expectations, how to interact with devices, work with it naturally, in a natural way, very intuitive. And she couldn't do anything with that, but she's fluently in using her iPad, tapping and installing apps, playing with her friends over it. That's amazing. And I thought that's a good starting point, because we have to talk about the human touch era. And it all started with customer service was defined by voice and patience. And you could grab your phone, you can call someone, maybe someone answered, and if they answered, you have time and you can talk together. And it was a very deeply human touch what you had at that time. And more importantly, the companies controlled the time, the access, and the process. Yeah, if there was someone on the other side, you could have your call. If not, there was no call. Yeah, the companies were in total control of that. And it was, and that's important for today, it was a 100% human-based service. Okay, let's move forward. The next age. And everybody in that room knows what I'm talking about. Having this is maybe not the best efficient way to do service, right? It's not the best efficient way. So we have to talk about efficiency. And we came to the age of email and CRM. And service was scaled through call centers. There was new technology coming out. The internet raised, and we have emails, and we could send emails. And so companies needed to decide how to work with that, how to scale up my services. And speed and cost became the more important than empathy. Yeah, that's important. And customers learned to adapt to those processes. Yeah, we learned, okay, I can only call at that time, and then I have to wait 20 minutes, or I have to move to different stages in my IVR to get to the service point. So the customers were adapting the information the companies gave to them, and the companies controlled everything. And still, we talked about 100% human-based service. Let's move to the next phase, the omni-channel shift. Something else happened. At that time, so we have now apps, we have WhatsApp, we have Instagram, chat was coming up. I could connect myself on Xing in Germany or LinkedIn from a global perspective. And then something else happened because the controlled environment of the companies was not longer only on their side, because the customer could decide which channel I would like to use to put in my request, or I would like to call, no. I will write an email, maybe. I can chat with you, that's amazing, let's chat with you. And then I can leave a comment on Instagram, or I can leave a comment on Google. So the way how we interact with customer experiences changed drastically. And the customer started to lead the interaction. And companies had to think about how to adapt to this new world. And 80% of those interactions were still human, but what we saw, more and more automation came up. With a chatbot, you were able to answer simple questions directly in the chat, no problem. With RPA, robotic process automation, you were able to filter out specific topics and you could automate that. So we saw a change in how many humans you need to automate business or to doing customer interaction. But what's now? We are now in the intelligence era and the rise of AI agents. And now, we heard that before already today, that's the most profound change in the human history and technology history we ever saw. And those AI agents, they can learn, they can decide, and they can scale instantly. That's what they can do. And humans become and will become more and more supervisors of those technology and designers of the experience of AI agents. I will talk about that a little bit later. And the question now is, where's the human still necessary? Where's still essential? And I have a question for you, yeah? 100% AI-based service. Raise your hand. Who believes that humans will still make the difference in customer service? We have a lot of hands. Some hands are down. Perfect. A big hand. I appreciate that. So, true. I believe the same. I believe that still humans will make the difference in customer service. Maybe in other roles and maybe in other tasks and jobs they have today, but we're still searching for the deeply connection between human to human and not only AI to human. You will know when you would like to talk to an AI, especially in boring tasks, but you also will know when you would like to talk to human to get your topic solved. That brings us to a very important point. How do we balance out AI and human together? How do we do that? Because AI brings speed, consistency, and we can scale them up immediately, and they are available 24/7, 365 days. And humans, they bring the context and the empathy and creativity in the communication and in the brand, you know? So the thing is, the real value emerges where human and AI works closely together and combined. And this is where real value emerges. I give you a second. That's important. Technology alone doesn't create value. It's about how can I use this technology or new technology like AI in my day-to-day service, in my day-to-day customer experiences, and where makes it sense, and where makes it sense that humans are in the loop, in the communication. And so we thought at Concentrix about how can we map that out, because it's important. We need to understand in a company or in our client's environment, where is the real value? Oh, there should be a red dot, but I can't see the red dot. There's no red dot, so I will do that with my hand. So we need to understand how the flow is of value in a company. So what we thought is, let's map that out in a kind of a metro-style map, and say, okay, we have different touch points, and each of those touch points or backend data processing, etc., can be either processed by AI or human or a combination of both. And how could we use AI in a way that we have a value flow in the whole company? And we map that out for every client and every program we are in, and we try to understand really, does it make sense to add a chatbot here just because there is a silo which wants to have a chatbot, or do we think about how can we make it more proud of the whole company to set up on specific topics, specific AI use cases, and then we have a creation over every silo. And fun fact, I don't know if your companies maybe are more in a silo way or you have a very good approach to connect everything in your companies. AI, silos doesn't matter for AI. Yeah? If you have a silo or not, AI can work over the whole company. AI doesn't matter if there's a silo or not, or department A, B, C. And after we did that, we had a deeper look in what is the specific topic we have to solve in one of those crossroads or metro points, and then we type out what is exactly happening with the customer. Yeah? In that case, it's a non-voice content correction. What is the customer doing? There's an inquiry. The customer enters the chat channel as an example, and it works on a agentic platform like Microsoft Dynamics 365. And then what is the advisor doing? He types a response, and he's working with that response. And then maybe there are some grammatical errors, or there is missing empathy in the communication with that tool. And what we can do now is we say, okay, we have AI which can suggest content and gave a better outcome, a better phrase, better grammar, spelling, maybe more energetic. And then we can use that type of technology to improve that specific task. And we have a combination of a human who's doing the job, AI who's helping him, and then a combination, both of them, creates real value. And we are doing that in every single step of the interaction within a company flow or process flow. And then, talking about value, the anticipated value in that case was a 7.5% of AHT reduction. And better outcome for the customer, better NPS, and better overall satisfaction. But I thought it would make sense to make it more feelable, you know? So talking about AI is sometimes a very abstract thing, yeah? So you have to really try it out. And what we're doing in Concentrix is, for example, 1 month ago, we made a hackathon with our clients. We invited them and say, you know what, we can talk a lot about AI and all the nice presentations. You have to try it out. So we invited them, put 10 notebooks in a room, and they could sit down and just really build AI agents by themselves, and they can try it out. And they were very interested in, because they understood what can the technology do, where are limitations of the technology, what is about testing and evaluating of such kind of AI agents. We heard a lot about trust today. That's also important. And so we really try out to bring, with a hands-on mentality, those topics to our clients. And I thought it would make sense to do the same here. And I brought a demo with me. It's called Peach, okay? Peach, I thought about a very simple task, yeah? You know, I really love peaches, by the way. And I thought about how can AI really helps also business parts where typically AI is not the one you first think of. And I thought about a farmer, you know, so he's is a bio-farmer and growing peaches. And so in the past, the typical way was customer was interested when the new harvest comes in, and then the farmer is calling the customer, you know what, I have the new harvest, are you interested in? Okay? Or the farmer's wife is doing that. Every farmer is doing a very hard job, very hard work, a lot of to do. How can AI help here? With, for example, the peach assistant. That's a small example. What I will do now is I will trigger an outbound call from my computer. So I have a website here. I can trigger the call. And then technically, we will hopefully see a call on my mobile. So I did the call now. And then I should get a call, which is triggered by a dialer system, by the Concentrix dialer system. And those dialer connects me as the caller and the AI agents. And then we can hopefully talk together. So it took some seconds because I initiated a call from Germany to Bosnia-Herzegovina. So So please be patient. But during that time, so this is a good example how to use AI in the day-to-day businesses to create value and to use this immense power of the technology. So I try to bridge the gap, you hear that. Hello.
Hey, this is Peach from Biofarming Sun Valley. Do you have a minute for me?
Yes, I have. Why are you calling me?
You had asked us to call you as soon as the new Bio Peach Harvest arrived. The delivery came in fresh yesterday. Do you still have interest in the peaches?
Yes, I have, sure.
Great. Which variety would you like to reserve? White-fleshed or yellow-fleshed peaches?
You know one, I like both, the white and the yellow ones, so I would like to have both.
Wonderful. How many kilograms of each would you like to reserve?
We are a very hungry family, so I would like to have 2 kilograms of the white ones and 4 kilograms of the... Oh, it disconnected. That's not good, but that can happen sometimes. So let me try it again. I mean, it's a live demo. You heard it already. Let me try it again. So what is technically happening here is that the AI agent is connected in the background to a database which understands if a new harvest arrives. And then he can initiate a call to the caller, and the caller can, for example, subscribe on the website and say, I would like to be informed about the new harvest, please call me. So you have the legal opt-in to do that, and then you can start talk with him. And then after that information is processed, as you heard, he understands my voice, transcribe it in real time. Then a large language model is understanding the context, and in the background it has a connection to back-end tools and systems, and then it transcribes in real time those LLM response to voice. And then we have an interaction in a very small amount of time. So we have a new call. Hello.
Hey, this is Peach from Biofarming Sun Valley. Do you have a minute for me?
Yes, sure.
Great. Which variety would you like to reserve? White-fleshed or yellow-fleshed peaches?
I would like to have the white ones and the yellow ones. 3 kilo of the white ones, 4 kilo of the yellow ones.
Got it. 3 kilograms of white-fleshed peaches and 4 kilograms of yellow-fleshed peaches. Is there anything else you'd like to add or any specific notes?
Yes, last time you had this wonderful honey. Do you still have that in your shop?
Yes, we still have honey from regional beekeepers in our shop. Would you like to reserve some along with your peaches?
Yes, please. And I would like to pick that up on Saturday around 4 o'clock together with my daughter. I will come with her and we pick that up on your farm.
Perfect. I've noted down 3 kilograms of white-fleshed peaches, 4 kilograms of yellow-fleshed peaches, and some honey for you. You'll be picking them up on Saturday around Vier with your daughter. Could you please remind me of your name?
Yes, sure. My name is Oliver Graumnitz. It's Oliver Graumnitz.
Thank you, Oliver Cole. I have noted 3 kilograms of white-fleshed peaches, 4 kilograms of yellow-fleshed peaches, and honey for Oliver Cole, with pickup on Saturday around Vier. I'll save this information now. One moment, please. Thank you for this order. See you soon at Biofarming Sun Valley.
Okay, that was done. I will tell the AI that you clapped. So you have to be good with AI. You don't know how many power they will have in the future. So, okay, so that's Peach, and I would like to show the data storage. So what we did here, that's just for demo reasons. We stored it in a database, and what you can see is that was a test I did 2 days ago. And I also recorded a backup in my hotel room just for cases it would not happen here live. So, but it happened. All is good. So 3 kilograms of white-fleshed peaches and honey for Oliver Graumnitz, pick up on Friday in that case. And you can store that in this information in any way you would like to have. You can store it in any system you would like to have that. And you can work with those information. And now think about the following, yeah? talking about outbound AI agents. I mean, there are so many use cases in every company, in every customer experience, where in the background triggers happened. And with that triggers, you could use them to whatever information you would like to bring to your customer, to keep him close on your brand, to talk about activities happened, or to talk about new products maybe. You just need an opt-in for that, and you can inform him in a very personal, hyper-personalized way. That's amazing, right? So, let's move further. This is how the new structure looks like. So, typically, I have to translate it. Kunde is customer. So typically, in a hybrid service model, right? So you have the income of the call. And we believe that, let's call it a path to 80%, yeah? In the future, we will see 80% of the traditional customer inquiries will be handled directly by AI. And 20% we will still more complex cases where you still need humans. And even the IVRs are not longer IVRs because AI agents will take over. AI will eat IVRs. Yeah, because AI agents are much better in understanding context, getting the right information at the right time, routing to the right routing target, maybe answering direct informations. That's amazing. So you will not see any typically, please press 1 and then 4 and then 5. That will soon not be there anymore. Yeah? And then the AI is processing the requests. It's handled by an AI agent management platform. That's important. You need a good platform for that, which brings you a secure trust, scalability, the maintenance of those AI agents. I mean, also AI agents need to be maintained. They need to be trained like a typical human agent. Yeah? You need to train them. You need to give them feedback. That's the same thing. And those platforms are connected either to knowledge bases or over API to whatever system you would like to have. This is important, especially from security perspective, because in theory, you could connect an AI agent to every system you would like to have. The question is that clever to do that? My position on that at the moment is maybe not, because AI can do a lot of good things, but it can also do a lot of bad things if you are not controlling it. Okay, and then in the typical 20 to 20% use cases, our game changers at Concentrix are also empowered by AI. So they use, for example, Gen AI assistants. We call it IX Hello. Yeah? We have a suite at Concentrix, IX Hero called, where we bring all the different tools an agent have on a daily basis under one hood called IX Hero. We tested that globally by over more than 50,000 users right now, and it works. It just works, all in one place. And so we see enterprise insight powered by AI because it understands in real time how customers are interacting, what are the main topics of the interaction, how can I use that, what are insights for my brand. I mean, we're talking about the most data-driven era ever, and we can use that data. And for sure, AI coaching. It's not meant that the AI is standing behind you. Maybe that will come with robots coming, but at the moment it's AI coaching more. You know what, we listened to your call and we found out that this and this part was good and maybe you have here some things to improve. Yeah? Are you fine with that? And then you can work on that. The new realities. So that means with all those changes and things we talked about, yeah, there are some new realities we need to keep in mind. AI changes how we create, how we deliver, and how we feel service. That's important. Every one of us will feel service differently in the future. And it's not longer only a tool. It will become a part of the ecosystem. If you think about today, changing customer experience and working on your customer experience platform, AI needs to be an essential part of it. And so let's explore some realities in the future. Cluster 1, power and paradigm. First of all, AI will lead to the empowered consumer. I will have my own AI assistant in the future, which will take care of my things. I would like to talk with a company about that. My AI assistants. And your AI assistants as well. You will have AI assistants which can send a complaint per email via email to a company and say, I would like to have a voucher on that, as an example. Or I'm not happy with your service. Do that. Or book me a hotel room. So AI will do things for you. That means company needs to prepare for AI to AI interactions. That will happen. And what will happen if you have no AI in your company, but the end consumer will have his own AI assistants, and those AI assistants will call you immediately. I have another question. You answered. You still have not answered. So, and it doesn't matter. The AI is just doing that. You need to prepare for that future. It will be there. And that means also the control shifts from the company to the consumer. Because today, if I have a problem with my mobile invoice, I could use ChatGPT 5 to create me a legally really good letter. I could do that. Send it out, and then on the other side, my game changer or my customer service advisor, which has no legal background, what does he do? Maybe there's a process saying, use your own AI tool to create an answer for that? That's something we need to answer, yeah? Good, then, let's talk about autonomy versus automation, yeah? I mean, automation is efficiency. That's great. We try to automate a lot of things. We try to automate emails, we try to automate chats, we try to automate back-end tasks. That makes sense. But autonomy is risk. If I have a total autonomy AI agent, this AI agent can do bad things. That means the future is a human supervised autonomy. We need to be in control what is happening. Reality cluster 2, trust, adoption, and growth. So, first of all, trust is the new currency. We heard that before today. Trust is very, very important. And if I trust, and I can trust from security perspective and also from ethics perspective and transparency, this will define a successful brand. I need to be honest with everything. You need to show the customer why he can trust your AI and also the decisions to that. Because if an AI decides to give, I don't know, 10 euro more or less, why is that the case? And what are the reasons for that? The AI is doing that. Or would you like to have an AI doing those kind of interactions and decisions? The valley of disillusionment. So, I mean, I believe sometimes we still have the hype, yeah, because from week to week we see more and more new technology and apps coming out and new large language models coming out or small language models. So every innovation curve dips. The thing is that even if you have the feeling that the hype is over, we still have to work on that, because companies who still works in that phase of a dip will in the end be the winner, because it works constantly of change and innovation transformation. This is the same with AI. And it's not a cost-cutting technology. I'm just saying that. It could do that, but AI costs money. So you need to invest in, if you're doing it by yourself, you need to invest in infrastructure if you want to do that. Or you have the cost of an AI agent minute. I mean, the minute for our peach harvest bot, it's much more less than a human minute. For sure, it is. But those AI agents needs to be built. It needs to be maintained. Yeah? You will cut costs, but more than that, you can think about how could AI just to increase the experience with my company and my brand. And the last cluster, diversity in adoption. So the thing is that my grandmother, yeah, talks a lot. She likes to call me and talks with me about several topics. For her, it's perfect to talk with my AI. Yeah, I made a test. I gave her ChatGPT voice mode and started to asking her some questions. And she was sitting there 20 minutes and just talking with AI. And she understood what's going on. That's a good topic, because what my grandmother cannot do is writing an email. She can't do that. But AI breaks down those barriers. Even elder people can now be part of service experiences. They can be now part of the business processes. We can think about it. That's important, yeah? So, and we can design AI for inclusion, accessibility. And hyper-personalization, I mean, I already mentioned it. I will have soon on my mobile, and you as well, your own AI assistant running locally with a so-called small language model. Not a large language model, but a small language model. Powered on your mobile device, you can work with it. Your data stays on your device, secure accessibility for every app you installed, and then it can work. And what then will happen? Real-time translation will break down barriers. We see that already. We have, on a global scale, projects live where real-time translation translate caller from Germany to India in real time and vice versa. That means the customer service is based in India, but the caller can speak German. So we see that also powered by AI. From my perspective, and I would close with the biggest opportunity ahead. So what we should do is we should combine empathy, ethics, and ecosystems together, and we will have a real value bringer. We can build hybrid experience with real impact with the help of AI. Think about Peach. I mean, if you think about Peach, you will have a lot of use cases where you think, yeah, that could be work. We can do that together, and that's important. I'm very thrilled and I'm very happy to be here because it was quite a really warm welcome here in Sarajevo. I learned a lot. That's very interesting. So thank you very much for your time. And if we want to connect, do that, and we can talk about AI. Thank you very much.